Today's video is dedicated to the plan for riding to Edinburgh and the bike setup. So if you're not interested in that, feel free to skip this one and stay tuned for in a couple of days when we're actually riding there. First job, bags. So this bike packing trip is like the opposite of the one we did a few weeks ago. We're going road bikes, we're not carrying camping equipment, we're going to Edinburgh, so there's like hotels. We want to cover distance without too much messing around. Pete is going to be joining me. He hasn't done much bike packing before, but as you know from these videos, he's a very, very fast rider. I'm going to lend him some bags. Basically the same setup that I've got here. I think these are the only bags I'm taking. So Tailfin aero pack on the back and a little Attacus bar bag on the front. There is no camping gear involved, but we do want to take with us all of the spares that we need, change of kit for the next day because we're riding back an even longer route from Edinburgh along the coast the day after, and we need some normal clothes for the evening and shoes. So hopefully that all squeezes in there. We'll keep the bags in line, so a nice fast setup. Obviously we're not going to be breaking any records, but when the ride is as long as it is, which Kamut's estimate is about 10 hours on the first day and 12 hours on the second day, we definitely want to keep that average speed as high as possible if we want to enjoy the city in the evening. Got you a present, mate?
Thank you, mate. Can I keep it?
Yeah, if you want. It's a bit worse for wear.
I mean,
it's been across Vietnam.
They do look amazing. I'm intrigued because like this, there isn't actually. I bought it as something that I'd ride through the winter, but then also if I wanted to do like some adventure stuff, then it would, you know, be suitable. It doesn't have any actual guides for mud guards or, you know, panniers, but a lot of the stuff's so good these days you don't even need that stuff, so. Should be interesting. Well, if it works, we haven't decided.
We'll see, yeah. I put this together this morning, so we'll see if it still functions. Your bike's a lot more appropriate than mine for this. It's made of metal.
It's also slower. Just gonna get it in early.
Oh, get it in now, yeah.
I reckon we could basically do the way there and the way back pretty much completely different. Go through the borders on the way up and then come back by the coast. I know a fair bit of it. There's definitely bits of it that I've never done before. A lot of the coast stuff I haven't done before, but...
Last time I did the bike packing with Jimmy, we went back exactly the same way as we went the first day. And it was a bit mind-numbing, so we're going to make sure we don't do that this time. We're going basically twice the distance, but not leaving in the afternoon. So we've got all day to ride and a bit of variation on the way back. Hopefully we'll get to Edinburgh early enough so we can go out for beers.
Early enough that we can first of all have a power nap and then go for beers. I mean, we're getting up early and doing it very early, which is not very on me, but Francis has sold it to me by the idea of the power nap. I think I did this road in the Tour of Britain one year, just south of Hoyk. It was like a bit of a berg, but I remember coming over the berg and it just being absolutely gorgeous. So I think we could go that hill.
10 hours 30.
That's for Google Maps cyclists.
We're not Google Maps cyclists.
We are elite Google Maps cyclists. I reckon the Wilier Triestina would just be a cool way to start.
So day one, just over 200k we've made it, and Pete's routed us slightly longer, but it's still quite a flat ride generally. It's 2,350 metres. I think doable.
Oh yeah. It's a westerly wind tomorrow, so it'll be like crosshead for most of it, but then the last bit will just be cross. So this is all the stuff that I'm going to be taking inside the Tailfin and the front pack. This trip, being quite short, is actually quite a good example of just the essentials you need for a short bike packing trip. So, down jacket. This one's a Patagonia one and it comes with me everywhere, even when you go to hot countries like Vietnam. Casual clothes. Jersey, bib shorts, and one pair of socks. This is the only pair of socks that I'm taking. It's going to double up as tomorrow night socks and then riding home tomorrow. 2 would be unnecessary. Multi-tool with a chain breaker on it. Inner tubes with the right length valves, unlike previous trips. Mini pump, small USB lights. Anchor power bank with the right cable attachments, just in case you end up on the road longer than you think. Camera charger, because I'm guessing you want to watch the second day as well. Mask, loads of water. And like on the front bag, it's mainly just food. Loads of food. Seriously, my front bar bag is nearly all food. I've got the multi-tool in there and some stuff that I might want to access easily, but having quick access to your food is one of the most important things when you're doing a long ride, in my opinion. Not only is it annoying having to stop if you want to access food, but you end up eating less, and eating a small bit often is definitely a better way to do it, rather than filling yourself up loads when you stop and then feel like you've got a bit of a heavy stomach and heavy legs. Avoid that. Fill your pockets, put it in your front bag, somewhere easy.
another thing you should do after you've packed, test ride your bike, because, well, aside from wanting to check that it's actually working, you don't want to start riding, go bike packing and realize there's like a rattly noise or just something really annoying like rubbing against your leg. Things like that can just ruin your day, especially if you have to be somewhere on time. So yeah, give it a check. Everything for me today, running smoothly. Feels quite good actually. This is like the lightest setup I've ever ridden. It's pretty evident after this morning that Pete knows a lot of the route that we're going to be doing out in the morning tomorrow, and then when we come back along the coast day after tomorrow, he can do pretty much half of it without a map. So I think we're in for a treat when it comes to good roads. I've ridden quite far down this hill now, so got to get back up it. Looking at the forecast, we'll have almost perfect conditions over the next couple of days. Not too hot, not too cold, but no tailwind, unfortunately. I'm still going to bring a rain jacket because, well, Scotland, isn't it?
Don't leave me this way. Ah, baby!
I'm ending this video here because I need to get some sleep because I've got to be up at 5 AM to get ready for this bikepacking trip. I wanted to end today with a throwback to about 4 weeks ago, maybe even longer, when I did a competition on this channel to win a bunch of GoPro mounts. Basically, I've picked the winners, there's 8 of you, and I've messaged you all on Instagram. So go and check on your DMs and your private message box thing because my message may have ended up in there. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you as always for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in a couple of days time for me, but less days time for you because I've got to do this bikepacking trip, get back and then post the first video. So I'll see you then.
Be strong.